As a student, I used to think that if I just found the right book or had a lesson with the right teacher, everything would suddenly click. But after decades of studying and teaching, I've learned what actually works is consistency, variety, and having a clear plan. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact timeline for how 30 days of structured practice can set you up for a lifetime of steady improvement and finally playing songs and improvising solos you're proud of. You have to begin with your mindset. On the first day, it's important to understand that you've got two very simple goals for each day. Goal one is to just get your saxophone out and practice for a minimum of 15 minutes. That's doable, right? You're free to play for longer if you wish, but that initial commitment is manageable, even on your busiest days. Goal two is to move one baby step closer to your target by introducing something new each day. Let's say your target is to learn a song and be able to improvise over the chord changes. Day one, you're just going to learn the melody and spend at least 15 solid minutes practicing it. You probably won't get it perfect, and that doesn't matter. You got the horn out, took your baby step, and introduced something new. Every day that you do those things, you're going to improve and feel good about it. Today, you're going to learn the chord progression of your song. So you might play something as simple as the roots of the chords in rhythm. Or maybe you play simple triads of the chords over the form. You spend 15 minutes on this and then put the horn away or keep practicing. Whatever you want. 2 days in a row is already a streak, and it feels good to have learned some new material. Today, you're going to develop your finger technique a bit so you practice arpeggios over the chord changes. It's a little challenging, so you slow everything down to a tempo that's manageable. After 15 minutes of this, you're feeling like you've made some solid progress. You're really getting to know the chords to the song, your fingers are warmed up, and your sound is improving from the daily practice. Today, you're going to spend your practice time on improvisation. Not random noodling, but applying a very specific restriction on what you're allowed to play over the song you're learning. For each chord, you can only use 2 chord tones to improvise with. Limiting the number of notes you can use makes it challenging, but also creates a situation where you're forced to be more creative rhythmically while making it impossible to overplay. In all the years you've been playing saxophone, you rarely manage to be so consistent and never introduced new material on a daily basis like this. You're finding it really rewarding to get these little wins each day. Your personal expectations are managed by the easy-to-do 15-minute minimum, and you're already looking forward to tomorrow. Yesterday's lesson was great. Today you'll be improvising over your song again, but this time you're allowed to play any of the 4 chord tones. It's still a limitation that keeps you in check, but compared to the 2-note limit, you feel a new level of freedom. It's amazing what you can do with some structure and a solid plan. 15 minutes turned into a 90-minute session, and you would have played longer if you didn't have to go make dinner. Today, you want to get some authentic vocabulary into your playing, so you take a lick from a book or a YouTube video or a recording you love and apply it to the chords of the song. First, you plan out where it fits nicely in the chord progression, and then you spend your 15 minutes dropping that phrase in repeatedly everywhere it can fit. We are what we repeatedly do. If you want anything to come through naturally in your playing, you need to repeat it way more than you think is necessary. This week, you feel like you've made more progress than you have in years. You're beginning to realize that it's not so much about how many hours you put in on the horn, but more about how consistent you are and how fresh the practicing feels each day. And science backs this up. Practicing 15 minutes per day for 7 days will get you better results than practicing for 2 hours all at once, even though it's less total time. Researchers call this the spacing effect. Today, your goal is to recap everything you touched on this week. So you spend a few minutes recalling the song melody, then you improvise over the chords, but with purpose. No more noodling. Instead, you're outlining chords, connecting the harmony, quoting vocabulary, leaving space, and playing with solid rhythm. This 1 week of focused practice with a clear plan has allowed you to really learn a song properly, something you've never actually done before. Now you can play the melody from memory, improvise a solo that may be simple but sounds so much better than your random noodling ever did. What's even more exciting though is that you've had a taste of what is possible with this new approach. Imagine how much better you'll be in a month or a year from now. That's why I created my 30-day Jazz Standards Challenge inside the Better Sax membership. Instead of overwhelming you with a mountain of lessons, I guide you through a short, manageable lesson each day, something you can do in just 15 minutes. The next lesson will be waiting for you the following day, so you always have a clear path to follow. There's no guessing. By the end, you'll know how to play 4 of the most popular jazz standards and improvise solos that sound great over them. Check the link in the description to join and start the challenge. Even though you know there's a lot more you can do with that first song, it's time to move on to a new one. The thing that's propelling you forward is the variety and freshness of the material. And there's research behind why this works better than practicing the same stuff day after day. When you switch things up daily, it feels harder in the moment, but you retain far more of it. Scientists call it the contextual indifference effect. Each day this week, you follow the same format. Focus on just one thing at a time: melody, chord progressions, triads, scales, patterns, language, transcription. By the end of the week, you've learned another song and can solo over it. You've never felt so much progress in such a short window. This practice doesn't feel like work at all. It's fun, and you're looking forward to each session. Now, somewhere around here, you're going to have a terrible practice session. Everything will feel as though you've gone backwards. Your reed will be fighting you. Your saxophone will be fighting you. Your fingers won't move the way they did the day before. It's frustrating. And when your 15 minutes are up, you feel so disappointed that you want to give up right there and then. What's the point of practicing every day if you actually get worse? Well, you haven't actually gotten worse. Your ears have gotten better and your expectations have risen. This is the critical moment everyone faces. It will happen to you, and when it does, put your horn away with a smile on your face, because tomorrow will likely be one of the best practice sessions you've had in a long time. This is why consistency always gets results. Most people give up as soon as something feels a bit too difficult or challenging. But in music, the most difficult days always come right before a major breakthrough. Okay, yesterday felt awful, everything you played sounded terrible, and getting the horn out of its case today feels particularly difficult. But you've been so consistent for 3 weeks now, and you want to keep your streak going. Besides, it's only 15 minutes you have to suffer through. You start playing, but something feels different today. Your sound is ringing with a gorgeous tone you've never achieved before. Your rhythm is in the pocket, and your fingers are moving around the keys effortlessly. The new exercise of the day comes easier to you than ever before. You can remember the chord progression and melody without looking at the music. You can't help but wonder what happened. How could your playing seem to change so much from one day to the next? Here's what happened. While you slept, your brain was consolidating everything you struggled through in the days before. Researchers have found that motor skills keep improving after your practice sessions while you sleep. They call it memory consolidation. You're on your 4th new tune in as many weeks. By now, you have established a full-on practice habit that you plan to keep. The consistent improvement feeds your desire to get the horn out each day and creates a loop. If you miss a day, something feels off. You've begun to understand that the journey is not about perfecting one skill at a time before moving on. The thing that gets you in the practice room each day is the new challenge and the feeling of steady progress. You're playing better than you ever have in your life. You know exactly what approach gets you the best results and are motivated to keep going. At this point, you can cycle back to the songs you've already learned or keep adding in new ones. When you eventually cycle back to material you worked on previously, two important things happen. Number one, you realize how far you've progressed since the last time you practiced this stuff. And number two, you understand the concept at a much deeper level. In order for that to happen, though, we need there to be enough time in between. The more you cycle through this process, the faster you progress. That first 30-day practice challenge is just the beginning. It's where you establish a strong practice habit and learn what actually works. Your journey has just begun, but now you're on the fast track. And if you want to save even more time, go watch this video next, where I tell you the only 3 scales you need to practice for the vast majority of music you'll ever play.